to talk about subtracting fractions. I apologize, I don't have the learning target up here, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Simple. All right, here it is. You ready? I can subtract fractions and mixed numbers. Today we're going to talk about how to subtract fractions. If you're going to add fractions, you can subtract them. It's really not a whole lot different. All right, so let's say we have 7/8, and we want to take away 2/8. You probably already know what to do. You probably have already figured this out. But I'm going to show you a couple, and then you're going to try a few on your own. So we're going to start with 7/8. Look at that. That is super close to 1 whole. We're just 1/8 away from an entire whole pizza. All right, we're starting with 7/8. When we subtract, you know what that means. That means you're taking away. So we're actually taking away 2/8. How many do I have left? Let's figure it out. 1, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8. I have 5/8 left. Same as addition. When we start with 8s, we have to end with 8s. That's because my whole started with 8 parts. It didn't change to 16 parts. It started as 8 parts. When I subtract, I keep it 8s. It hasn't changed. I just have to subtract my numerators. All right, let's try another one. Let's try 6/10 minus 3/10. All right, so I'm going to have 6. I have 6/10, and if you look, 6/10 is really close to half. Look at that, 5/10 would be a half. So 6/10 is what I'm starting with. I'm going to take away 3/10. All right, I'm going to subtract 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. How many tenths do I have left? 3/10. Once again, my denominator stays the same because I started with tenths. My whole was already cut into 10 pieces. That didn't change. So I'm going to end with 10 pieces, but I'm going to only have 3 of them left. So I have 3/10 left. All right, let's try one more. And then you're going to try some on your own. I have 6/12. Mrs. Berry would be so proud of you. Can you tell me what 6/12 is equivalent to? Did you say 1/2? Of course you did, because you're awesome. So 6/12, half of that, that's equal to a half. But here's what I want you to do. I'm going to take away 4/12. I'm going to take away 4/12. 1, 2, 3, 4. I took away 4/12. How many do I have left? Just 2. 2/12 is what I have left. Same denominator because it started as a circle with 12 parts. That didn't change. I have 2 left. All right, so here's what you're going to do. You should have hold on. Oh. You should have page 487 already pulled out. Okay, I want you to circle a few problems. I want you to circle number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. 4 problems. Are you ready? I'm going to say them again. You're on page 487. These are the problems I want you to do. Numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7. When I tell you to, you're going to pause me. You're going to solve those 4 problems, and then you're going to come back so we can check them together. All right, ready? Go. All right, welcome back. So you should have these 4 problems finished in your well, not in your math book, on your math paper. Check yours while I do mine. Ready? All right, so you know if we start with tenths, we're going to end with tenths. Nothing changes. 8 minus 5 is 3. So 8/10 minus 5/10 is 3/10. Number 5. 6/6. I hope you realize that that is equivalent to 1 whole. but we have it written as a fraction, so it makes it easier to subtract. 6/6 minus 3/6 is 3/6. Do you know what 3/6 is equivalent to? It's half. So we can also write it as 1/2. All right, how about this one? 11/12 minus 7/12 equals 5/12. And the last one, 5/6 minus 2/6 equals 3/6. Uh-oh, do you know what this one's equivalent to? Did you get it? 1/2. There you go. All right. I want to, before you leave me, I want you to have out your morning work packet so we can check that. So if you need to pause me and get your morning work packet, go ahead and do that. And also have a different colored pencil or pen with you so we can check it. Ready? Go. Okay, so you should have your morning work packet. We are correcting day 3. So the first problem is 681 times 3. So when you multiply, you're going to do 3 times 1, which is 3. 3 times 8 is 24, so I have to regroup. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20. So my product is 2,043. All right, this next one is a division problem. It's 690 divided by 4. I'm going to use standard algorithm. You can use whatever strategy you want as long as you have the same product as I do. Okay? So I have to think to myself, if I count by 4s, am I going to get close to 6? Well, I am. I'm not going to count very much. I'm just going to count 4. So it's going to be 1. 1 times 4 is 4. I subtract and I get 2. 2 is smaller than 4, so I can go ahead and bring down my 9. All right, so now I have to count by 4s. I have to get my multiples of 4 to see how close I can get to 29 without going over. All right, so count with me. Ready? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. How close did I get? We got 28. It's pretty close, and we counted 7 times. So 7 times 4 is 28. I subtract and I get 1. 1 is smaller than 4, so I'm going to bring down my 0. And now we count by 4s again. How close can we get to 10? 4, 8. Well, the next one would be 12. That would be too much, so we're just going to do 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract and I get 2. 2 is smaller than 4. I have nothing else to bring down, so my quotient is 172, remainder 2. All right, take a look at the third box. You have a pattern there. 4 tenths plus 5 hundredths equals 45 hundredths. Okay, we got to think about this for a minute. We have tenths and hundredths. Well, look at this. If you have tenths here and hundredths here, you can't add them together. All right, they're different denominators. You have to start with the same denominator. So if I start with tenths, I have to end with tenths. I didn't end with tenths. I ended with the hundredths. So that means I've got to start over here with 100. So I have to make this one 100. Okay. So I need to change 4 tenths to something over 100. You know how to do this. 10 times 10 equals 100. 4 times 10 equals what? 40. So I'm going to change this and make this 40 hundredths. Now I can add 40 hundredths plus 5 hundredths equals 45 hundredths. All right, so the second part that you need to figure out to that, we'll come over here, is 7 tenths plus 7 hundredths equals something over 100. If I start with hundredths, I have to end with hundreds. So I ended with hundreds. So that means I have to have hundreds over here completely, which means I need to change this one to something over 100. Can you figure that one out? Should be 70. Now I can add 70 hundredths plus 7 hundredths equals 77 hundredths. All right, the last one, decompose 3/5 in 2 different ways. All right, On the fourth box, it says decompose 3/5 in 2 ways. But if you look at A and you look at B, they made a mistake. You're not decomposing 3/5. If you look at it, it has you decomposing 3/3. So I'm sorry if that confused you. It confused me. Okay, so we have 1/3 plus something over 3 plus something over 3. So all three of these fractions have to equal 3/3. Well, the only way to do that would be 1/3 and 1/3. So 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3. The other way is 1/3 plus something over 3 is going to give you 3/3. 2 is what goes there because 1 plus 2 equals 3. All right, so we just went over morning work. We just went over how to subtract fractions. If there is anything you don't understand, you have got to email me and ask. Okay? Email me is the best way to get in touch with me right now. Email me questions that you have and I will help you the best that I can. All right? The last thing I have for you to do for today, and well, not the last thing. All right, the one thing I want you to do for math is to go and do the exit slip. There is a subtracting fractions exit slip. Go back to your assignment page. Please be following that assignment page step by step by step. I want you to go in order, okay? If you don't start at 8:30, that's fine. If your schedule makes you start at 10 o'clock, I don't care. I do care that you are going in order, though, and that you do everything that I've asked you in the order that I've asked you. Please don't jump around because that's when you're missing things, and some of you have been missing things, okay? So you're going to go back to the assignment page, go where it says math, where you left off. There's an exit slip. I want you to click on there. When you're done with that exit slip, make sure you hit submit. Some of you are forgetting to do that part. Hit submit so it comes to me, and then go back on the assignment page and keep going in order for the rest of the day. Okay? I love you, and I sure do miss you, and I hope you're doing okay. Keep emailing me. Let me know what you're doing. Love you. Bye.